Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? So I just straight away come to the point here. Recently I was coming from a quick ride, on Sunday, and what happened was that I was like coming back and I was entering the society gate, uh, where my home is. So I just entered the society gate and I applied the rear brakes and the rear brakes just failed randomly. It just failed. It wasn't working at all, and I had no clue why it happened, and it just happened randomly. So I just reached home, I parked my bike, and I started doing the inspection. So I was inspecting. I could not find a single fault. I mean, there weren't any leakages. The brake fluid, the tank, the reservoir tank was tight. No cracks in the pipes. Nothing was wrong. The ABS pipe was also fine. The sensor seemed to be working. I mean, there wasn't any problem with the sensor wire, and I just thought, okay, so there is something really wrong. I was not sure what exactly was it. So I just parked my bike for the time being, and I just thought, okay, I'll inspect it tomorrow, and I'll just try, in detail to see what exactly is the problem. So tomorrow, when I made the inspection, I found out that my brakes were working fine. So initially, when the problem appeared, the lever was, going completely down. So, like I was completely put this thing pressing the lever, and it was usually it. I just have to tap it a bit, and the brakes get applied. But when the rear brakes failed, the lever was going completely down and no pressure at all. The bike is going, it's just moving. The I couldn't see that the bike was getting stopped. So yeah, so then tomorrow morning, when I inspected, so the brakes were working fine. I went for a small ride, and the brakes were working absolutely fine. There wasn't any issue at all. It was giving exactly the same punch as it used to give before. So just a question mark came, and why the hell is it happening, and how can I rely, in such conditions, if God forbid, in case if I came across a situation where I had to do panic braking and the brakes failed, then it could lead to a disaster. So then I started reading online. I googled it and I wanted to see if anyone else is facing this issue. And yes, there were some Interceptor 650s who were facing the rear brake failure problem. Nobody was able to mention what was the problem, like what was the issue with the braking system. And again, more doubt, like more panic. I got a bit more tensed, then if there isn't any specific solution, what to do. So I just simply searched on Google, what are the possible failures of, when the brake fails, when there is nothing exactly wrong with the caliper or the braking system. Then I found out that when the braking system gets really hot, if you use a specific brake uh, continuously, or if you by mistake, if you just keep your leg on the brake, the lever, so what happens is that actually the brake is actually a bit applied partially, and that heats up the pads, and as well as it heats up the caliper, which causes the brake failure for some time. So you need to let the brake caliper lose its heat. Just have to make sure it gets cool, and then eventually the brakes would work fine. So this is something that I learned, and I just thought that I should tell all my biker friends who have a a disc brake system on the rear side. Generally, in with the Indian bikes, we have the drum brake system, but nowadays, due to the ABS, now since ABS is compulsory for all the bikes, yeah, all the companies are now providing the rear brakes as the disc ones, not the drum brakes. So guys, be very careful whenever you guys are riding. Don't keep your leg on the lever. Please keep it off, and because that might actually lead to a disaster. So I don't want any of my biker friends to face this issue. This was my learning. I am sharing with all of you. If any one of you owns an 650, has faced this issue, please let me know what was the exact problem with the system, the braking system, and how you got it resolved. That would be great. It's going to be a great help for me as well. Thank you so much, guys, for giving your time. And at last, I would say be safe, ride safe, and take care. Bye.